Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Goldylocks Productions presents the Inspiration from Spirit show with your host, Reverend Lea Chapin. The focus and goal for this show is to assist humanity in the awakening of a new level of consciousness that will bring peace to planet Earth.
Welcome. I'm your host, Lea Chapin. I'm so excited to be here with you today. It is such a beautiful, beautiful fall day. I hope wherever you are that you're feeling peaceful, you're feeling joyful, you're feeling loved, and that you're really enjoying this beautiful fall weather and the beautiful colors that are there to delight us and to inspire us and to help us to bring us back into balance. I want to say, unfortunately, the guest that I originally had scheduled, Alanya Starhawk, is not able to be with us today. But of course, as always, lovely Tiffany White Sage Woman, there's the cuckoo clock, the owner of Goldylocks Production and my good friend, is filling in today. And as always, we're always on the same page. So beloved Tiffany is here as my special guest. She's the Cosmic Heart Healing Practitioner, Seraphim Blueprint Practitioner, Reiki Master, Psychic Medium, and ordained interdenominational minister. Again, she's the owner of Goldylocks Productions, and she produces radio, TV shows, events for those in the the spiritual, metaphysical, and holistic profession. So welcome back to the show, Tiffany.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome. And we are doing our master classes every Friday. And so this Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time is our third class, which is New Earth Rising. Then we'll have our following class together again on the following Friday at the same time. And then I will be beginning my new intuitive development classes as the master classes, both November 6th and 13th at 4 p.m. So there's a lot going on with those master classes. I know with ourselves and with some of the other show hosts, and I know it's just going fabulous. So for those who are joining us for the first time, please take a look at those master classes. You're welcome to join us. And for those who are loyal listeners here on Goldylocks Productions, we thank you for being present with us again today. So today, Tiffany, I want to talk about balance and helping us to stay balanced during these troubled times, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I know that you're getting some of those same messages.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's very important, especially now, to and as we go on and progress and get through the next 6 weeks, so that we just really make it a habit, a daily habit of making sure that we are truly at peace, mind, body, and soul. Just to do this scan, this daily check of, okay, if you're feeling any discomfort somewhere, have that conversation, have that dialogue as far as where's this discomfort coming from. So we really have to make sure that we are as much as possible in balance and in alignment. And just, the thing is that when you have that awareness and you're working on it, it does get easier, but you just have to do that. Just start and do it.
And both of us have gotten caught in that trap. We were talking about that earlier. I know I have through most of my life. I've been a workaholic. Mm-hmm. And as I have grown older, thankfully through wisdom or through perhaps spirit's help or both, I'm not quite as much as a workaholic, and I'm finding more balance within my life. So it really feels lovely. So I don't know if we've been programmed that way. I know that both of my parents were of that generation where constantly worked. I was married to a man who, constantly works. And so I was ingrained that if you didn't work, that you were lazy. And so for me, every moment is like I feel like I had to be productive in some way. And then when I became involved in my spiritual awakening, then that energy or that focus really went towards my spiritual evolution and awakening and assisting others. Since I am a caregiver by nature, my devotion has been to other people. As many of you know, I have a master's degree in counseling, so I'm a natural caregiver in terms of listening and caring for other people. Became a massage therapist, and do channeled readings and healing work. And so my whole life has simply been devoted to other people. And so during the last 10 or 15 years, I have struggled with that, finding that balance. And I'm feeling like, yes, I've moved into that space a bit better. And so I'll set those boundaries. But for those who are still struggling with trying to do too much, and we're in these times where things are uncertain, and if you have small children, you're being forced, in a sense, to homeschool your children, work, and there's a lot of stress that's going on. So, Tiffany, I just wanted to ask you a little bit about what you do or what advice you give to others in terms of some tools that you might have to help people find that level of balance.
Yes, absolutely. And like we said, that we both gone through that physically too. And I was brought up the same way. You were lazy. You didn't hang out in your pajamas. You didn't have a pajama day. That just didn't exist then. You were lazy. You could only stay home from school if you were sick, and you better be in bed. It was that kind of work. And so it did make a workaholic, and to where it seemed like you would just push yourself. I'm strong. I'm strong. I got this. It's a lie that we've been taught, that we need to back that up and go, wait a minute. I need a break. It's okay to take a break. We are not machines. We are not robots, nor we were supposed to be. We are, living beings that need to take a break, and that it's okay to take a break. And so it was, and it's interesting because most illnesses occur because we aren't honoring who we truly are. And we keep pushing and pushing and ignoring signs. And these signs get bigger and louder if we don't pay attention to them. And so you learn, I don't think it's from age. I think it's more just wisdom, Lee. We get wiser. We get wiser, sweetie, right? And so it's yes, I've been there, I, by choice, homeschooled my 2 young sons. I was a mother with young sons. My husband was gone out to sea a lot when he was active military. I maybe got 4 hours of sleep. And I would forget to eat, take care of myself. I took care of everyone else, took care of my dad who lived with us. I took care of my dad and my sons, and that, as long as everything was good. And it's a lie we tell ourselves, that I got this, everything's fine. And then bam, no, you're not. Now you're in bed. I suffered from severe migraines, seizure-like. I mean, I had EMT watch me have a migraine attack, and they said, you really, we would have diagnosed you, or we would have treated you for having an epileptic seizure, because that's exactly what you're going through. And later on, they've done so much since then that it is a form of epilepsy, that type of migraine. And so I was treated for all of that. But it was, then I realized I'm going down the same, I'm allowing things to come into my aura, but I watched what happened to my mom. No, it's not the same thing, and then I was like, whoa, stop. Now, and it doesn't happen instantaneously. Know this, when it takes years and years of us lying to ourselves, of us abusing ourselves, you have to take some work and just keep going and have patience. And so then it was like, now let me just stop this, get off of this cycle here, and take better care of myself and learn to say no, and that I need a break, and that this is my quiet time, my peace time. I need to have this in order to get on through the day. And you know what? It's, you get done what you need to in the day in one day. It's I get up and I'm like, you know what? I'll get everything I need to get done in this time frame. Everything that's a priority. And it's okay to wait, right? So we have to be gentler with ourselves first. It is just, we have to take that time for ourselves. And it's, which may seem crazy, because it just seems that before 2020, your schedules had to be full. Insert 15 minutes of maybe, 15, 30 minutes of doing a workout program in your home before going to work. Get up early so you can work out or do something, right? really? That's the last thing I want to do when I wake up. Anyway, but it's cram-packed your own schedule. And if you have kids schedule, and just so we're going nonstop. But we're finding now, and this is the beauty behind 2020 has taught us to relax, plan your day better. And other countries don't work like we do. They actually take a break during the afternoons, or they have rest times, or they're not as go like we are, but they still get everything done. They're productive, right? And so we just have to change our perception, and we have to realize that, we do matter to ourselves, mind, body, and soul, and we have to take care of that. So carving some time out for yourself, whatever that looks like. Okay. So for me, it's I'm up early, but I'm not at my desk until 9 to 9:30 in the morning, because I do have to take care of dogs and the birds and every kind of wildlife that's outside. But I have that. I call sacred ceremony. All right. And I do take care of those things before I even sit down at my desk. And I feel so good and centered. I'm making sure that I'm centered before I even sit down to work. I'm making sure that I'm in that peaceful, even if my mind's going, we have this long list of stuff to do. And it's like, shh, not right now. Not your time. And you know what, though, you keep doing that, and you learn, and you back off, and just is like, I have to take care of this first. And that sacred space and that sacred time for myself can include journaling. It's just taking that time to do your soul work, whatever that is for you. And so whether it's sending healing out in all directions, whether it is again, quiet time, though, with you, not with others, because we can get in that trap easy. So it's taking time out and making sure we spend time with our spirit team, or angels, or spirit team. And we'll deal with humans later. But we have to take care of our soul. We have to do that in our work. I like to start my day off that way, because I have more energy in the morning and early afternoons. And then it's like, oh, okay. So to do that first, pace myself. There may be times during the day, depending on the energy, if I feel like I need to smudge or light some candles and send some more healing out, then we do that. But you learn to pace your day, and you learn that you can do these types of things and insert throughout your day. And it's interesting when we tell people, oh, you're here to help raise the vibration and to heal the world. And it's hard to visualize that, because they picture themselves as like this guru in robes, or a healer, and like, okay, I'm supposed to quit my job and go to the mountain, or go to a cave, or go to some temple. And it's like, no, where you are, your sacred space is your temple. Right. And you just have to make sure that you are balanced and vibrating, in harmonious alignment, and push that out. And it sounds simple, but you got to make sure you're doing that every day. So just start off with taking time for yourself, even if it's 15 to 30 minutes in the morning time, or whenever you can, and just like, this time is for me. Well, what I like to do, put your phone down, leave your phone in another room, by the way. And this is time for you to journal, do some artwork, music, sing, whatever you want to do. Do that. How many people grow up singing, and then they get into life and they stop? Singing and sound is very important. Sound healing is very important. So we need to make sure that we are listening to healing sounds every day as well. So just some of the tips and tools of what you can do to make sure you are in alignment every day.
And last week we had Fred Mayer on, who shared with us sound healing. So if you want to learn more about sound healing, please go back and listen to that replay of my show last week, October, what was it? What day was it? I don't even know what day it is.
It was just last week, right?
Just last week, whatever day it was. I have to look back on. October 5th. Yes, October 5th with Fred Mayer. We have to stop and look at that. But I want to shift gears just a little bit. Thank you for that. I want to talk a little bit about our chakras and how important our chakras are to our physical health. and our vitality. So I wanted to share a little bit here and read from this book called The Seven Energy Centers by Elizabeth Clare Prophet, which I thought was really helpful. And so bear with me here as I share that. So our 7 chakras called the wheels of life. And we have our base chakra. We have our sacral chakra, solar plex, heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakra. And the word chakra is a Sanskrit for wheel or disc. Each chakra is symbolically depicted as a lotus that has a different number of petals. The more petals the chakra has, the higher its frequency or vibration. The ancient sages taught that the primal spiritual life force, known as the Kundalini, is sealed within the chakra that is located at the base of the spine. We can unlock that powerful latent energy through acts of love, service to life, meditation, and prayer. The 7th energy center, the crown chakra, is known as the 1,000-petaled lotus. When this center is fully open, we reach what the Buddhists called enlightenment. As each center spins, it emanates its own unique frequency and color that keys into one of the 7 rainbow rays of light. The stronger and more emanations include a strong and balanced flow of energy. The weaker and duller emanations indicate a blocked flow of energy at that chakra. When an energy center is blocked, we can experience fatigue or health problems, emotional imbalances, and lethargy. When energy is flowing freely through an energy center, we feel energetic, creative, and at peace. All of life is energy. The mystics even define God as light. And so I want to go to the base chakra. The base chakra is located at the base of the spinal column. The part of the body that's affected is the adrenals. The positive expression is purity, hope, joy, self-discipline, integration, perfection, wholeness, and nurturing. Through practicality, self-discipline, and joy, we nurture life to wholeness. Our ascent begins at the ground level of our ascension. Our ascent begins at the ground level, the level of the level of the energy center known as the base of the spine or base chakra. It takes its name from its location at the base of the spine, but is also the base foundation of our inner and outer development. At the base chakra, we access the life force that enlivens us both physically and spiritually. This energy is the creative power of spirit anchored in our physical bodies. The base chakra represents the point where we connect with physical world, with nature, and with our environment. Balancing the energy of this chakra is fundamental to our practicality and effectiveness in the physical world. When used in harmony, when we are in harmony, the pure and vibrant energies of the base chakra can endow us with hope, joy, self-discipline, and wholeness. One of the reasons that this first energy center is foundational is that its health and vitality affect all the other chakras. How we use the energy that resides at the base chakra will determine whether the potential of our other chakras remain dormant or become fully awakened. We cannot evolve spiritually without having a secure physical platform. The two go hand in hand. Sometimes, because of our religious upbringing, we have a mistaken idea that spirit is good and matter is bad. Matter comes from the word matter, M-A-T-E-R, meaning mother. The physical world is the mother because matter is the womb or chalice in which spirit resides. Matter is the instrument of spirit. It allows spirit to express itself. Another misconception we may have is that in order to be spiritual, we need to escape from the world around us. But real spirituality isn't leaving the physical world behind. It's imbuing the physical world with spirit. Be in the world, but not of it, as they say. It's being part of the world, but not identifying so much with material that we forget who we are as spiritual beings and why we are here on earth to express our spirituality in a practical way. At the level of the base chakra, we learn to relate to the world in its most meaningful way possible. The initiation at this level asks us to tenderly care for those around us and those we are responsible for. In fact, our spirituality demands that we enter the physical arena, that we give attention away to those that we are that we care for and not focus simply on spirituality and not on physical life. Another lesson we learn at the level of base chakra is to have a positive view of our body and to build a working relationship with our body. When we have a healthy regard for the physical world and for our physical bodies, we become a much better partner with spirit. If we are to fulfill our unique mission in life, we need to be strong at the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual levels. We are to take care of our body and to listen to what our body is telling us and to understand what it needs. This is interesting, at energetic levels, the reason it's important to pay attention to the physical is that the condition of our body determines in part how much energy we're able to hold on to. If you could plug a 120 volt desk lamp into a 240 volt outlet, the light bulb would burn out. Likewise, letting the energy of God's light into your body as a 200 volt flash of light would cause you to burn out as well. So it's important to care for our physical bodies and not allow ourselves to be consumed completely and totally with spiritual energy. The reason I wanted to bring that up was because, as we were seeing earlier, my focus was on being a channel and being in service. And when I started channeling 27 years ago, in some ways, I don't want to say I was obsessed with doing it, but it became my passion and my life mission. And then probably about 12 years ago or so, in my 50s, during menopause, my body, I think, began to weaken, and running all that energy through me caused me to have adrenal fatigue. And so then I was forced to stop. So I wanted to be mindful that when we run, and then when we call these energies through us, that we need to be mindful how potent and powerful they are. Because I know that as a reader, as a channel, and many of you who are listening may be opening up to spirit and running energy through you, just to be mindful that the body needs to be strong, physically strong, not to frighten you, but that energy is really potent, and the body, your temple needs to be strong and healthy. I've always been really fortunate and never been sick, but I did have that exhaustion. So when I ran across this, I thought that was so interesting about how the plugging a 120 volt bulb into a 240, how we could burn out. And so is really mindful again that with these energies that are coming on the planet, as Tiffany and I are talking about these new vibrations, these new energies in our masterclass, that these frequencies are affecting us, and it's really important for us to stay centered and balanced. So that was my point. So that was a long dissertation there.
No, that was beautiful, and that absolutely, it's so true. It's if anything right now, and now we are working through the 7 chakras have ascended to the 12 chakras. But if you don't remember anything else, remember to stay grounded and your heart chakra. All right. Those two are great to tune into every day, and to make sure that energy is flowing through you. And, we have to make sure more than ever that our immune system is good, that that the food and drink that we put into our body is good, right? And also we got away from blessing our food and water. We can bless it and say, I'm grateful for this food and drink that we consume, and it's going to go to my body's optimal health and wellness. And anything less than that is just going to get flushed out. All right. So we can do that with our food and our drink and blessing. It's giving gratitude. And gratitude is very powerful. And so you put that gratitude energy in your body and see how that happens. So it's not that there's really, our soils have our soil is going through a healing process. It's not that sometimes our food may be a little tainted, but we can bless that, change that and change that vibration of our food, and just be, like I said, be mindful of what you're eating, what you're consuming. I'm not saying you can't have anything, a pastry or anything sweet or chocolate or something. My goodness, no. I'm just saying moderation always seems to be the key. Moderation. We got away from moderation. Supersize me, right?
Yeah, that's right. Supersize me.
And it's just moderation. And you may find as more light is coming through our body, as our DNA, the dormant parts of our DNA is being reactivated. And what does that mean is that more light is coming into our bodies. We're going to find that we change our eating habits. We may find that the proportions may be getting smaller, but just maintain. Always, we need to drink water. So make sure we're staying hydrated too. I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's commenting. Hello, Linnell. Hello, Pam Silver Eagle. Kim Smith, I was told yesterday I need to relax, but I'm so behind on the to-do list. LOL. Raised on a farm, never a day off. Something is always hungry or dirty. CBD helps me sleep, and the brain won't shut off. I understand that, Kim. Yes. A farm has to be nurtured every day, doesn't it? It really does. CBD is great. That's good. Brain won't shut off. You have to train your brain. You need to command your brain. Our physical brains were not made to make all these decisions and to do everything we give it power to do. It's only meant to be our computer processing system of filing things, of memory, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because when both parts of our brain are working together, that's a powerful third eye. All right, but we've only been taught how to use one side of the brain. All right, but the command center is the Sacred Heart Center, right here. Your heart, your Sacred Heart Center, not your physical heart, the Sacred Heart Center, the chakra, the heart chakra, gives commands to the mind, to the brain. And you may find, you can tell those people that get sick have been locked in this internal battle between their heart and their mind. When they say, I know, I feel this is the right choice to make, but I'm doing this instead. Don't let this be the but. No. Always listen to this command center right here. It's not going to steer you wrong. Your brain's not made to make life choices. And think about this. How old is your brain? Your brain is only as old as your biological body. How old's your soul? Timeless, and it has everything you need. It has all the information, all the files, all the answers. All right. So what are you going to refer to or run to if you have questions? I hope it's here. And that is hard to learn. It is, because we used to be very much in our head, the work, right? And so you drop here into the Sacred Heart Center of Love. This teaches your mind, both hemispheres, to work together. And that makes a very stronger third eye. And then you'll see this beautiful energy arc between your Sacred Heart Center and the third eye. And so you can slow it down. There's a lot of techniques to you don't ever shut your brain down or off. That chatter is always going to be there, but you can slow it down. And there's a lot of techniques, Kim, whether it's, some people do meditation, and you can just, look that up now. It's so easy to find videos on things to make your mind slow down a little bit, whether it's meditation, listening to music, those types of things. So let's see, we said hello to Linnell. Hello, Melissa. Melissa Parks. Yay. All right. And
I was going to say to Kim, if she had a ritual or she had a discipline where every night before she goes to bed, where she has a time where she stops, and you have that time, even if it's a half an hour or an hour to yourself, where that's your time to begin to relax, to unwind, so that you have that structure. Because I know there's a lot of work to do on a farm, but there's always something that needs to be done, unexpected, I'm sure. But if there's some time where it's like, okay, this is a time for me to begin to prepare myself so I can rest and I can sleep and go into that space of, maybe taking a bath, or like you said, listening to music, or just reading a book, or just having quiet, turning off your phone, because it feels like a part of what I'm sensing, Kim, is the sense of obligation. Where's the passion? Are you enjoying what you're doing? And it perhaps feels more like a burden than joy. So if you could connect to the joy of working with the animals, with the earth, and perhaps shift that level of consciousness as a burden where there's more joy. That's what I'm sensing intuitively. Where we walk around and think in drudgery of all the things we have to do, and if we can stop and begin to find the passion.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Anyhow.
No, it is a lot of work, and it's the more hands you can have. I mean, that's great available. We have a great show on Fridays. It's live with Little Bear Sanctuary, but they're a farm rescue. They rescue farm animals, and they have volunteers. COVID kind of shut down the volunteers, but they do have a staff that they come in and help, and sometimes I know it's hard if you're limited on how many people's taking care of the farm, but it's those are decisions that you have to make. Your family, whoever else is involved with that. And here's the thing: is that seems like we keep going from one extreme to the next. It's technology is great, but some of the old ways are good. Do we go? We don't have to go back really hard pioneering days. We can enjoy the technology. I mean, I'm not going to take laundry to the river and wash my laundry. I enjoy the technology of washer and dryer, right? It's you can have those conveniences, absolutely, and still have, I know farm animals, a garden, and all of these things are a lot of work. And so it's trying to find that harmonious balance, isn't it, Kim? It's just kind of going like, oh my goodness, taking the two worlds and making it work together. And that's beautiful. Find that, keep doing that, because when we go from one extreme to the next, that throws us off balance again. That is part of the learning process, going from one extreme to the next, but we should quickly learn that we'll take a little bit of both to find that center right here. But I love that what Reverend Lee says. Yes, take that time for you, especially after a day of that's physical work. Mm-hmm. Soak in a tub, just do something that's special for you. A cup of hot tea or some coffee or hot cocoa or whatever it is that you like it. And read a book. It's
it'll put you to sleep.
Exactly. Yes. Especially when you're physically tired, you go to read something, you're like, boom, asleep. But that's what you need, is that wind down. Don't work so hard that you crash. That's a different type of sleep. Pure exhaustion sleep is a different type of sleep of, I'm winding down now and I'm ready. And you'll find that that's a more peaceful type of sleep. And when you wind it down like that, I'm sorry, Lee. When you wind it down like that, you wake up more peaceful, and you're less likely. Then you'll step up to activity. But if you are just a complete exhaustion and you pass out, and you wake up, then you're high energy again of, oh, go. So let it be a step down at the end of your day, and then a step up at the beginning of the next day, right?
And I wanted you to share your 7 metal bowl.
Oh, yeah.
You have.
Yes,
This is a perfect way for you, Kim, and everyone else to just take a moment and to just get into center. And this can help you to Kim, to go into the heart and just have a moment of peace where you can really feel that vibration. So you want to share about your bowl?
Yeah, I want to talk about the bowl first before I play it, okay? And so this is one of my favorites. This actually came from the Himalayas. I had there was a gentleman, a shop, who has a local shop, and he goes back home several times. Although recently there has been a lot of Tibetan temples that have been burnt down. But this actually came from one where there was a temple of monks that made this particular bowl. It's got pretty close to the 7 metals of the ancient bowls that they had. There's hammerings in here. I don't know if you can see the hammer marks. You know, they when they are making these bowls and they they're hammering in prayers. They're chanting, they're saying prayers, and so then they're hammering all of this in and energizing and energetically setting this bowl for healing. All right. And so when we strike this and play this, all this energy is being released. Now, there is many classes and many traditional ways that you play this bowl, that you're supposed to sing it, you know, manipulate it. And this is exactly what the guide told me. Was I was trying to learn how to make a bowl. I was instructed how to make it sing, but I was instructed to go get the bowl. So here's this. It took me months to get this because I had to wait for the right one. I had a guide that was like, this is the one you get. Okay. So then, you know, you watch videos or you learn online or online classes about bowls. Now, I've had this for a long time. There really wasn't anything online at that time. So I would go to local classes and they were going like this, right? And so I would do it. And then the guide, I realized was a monk guide, steps forward. He goes, stop. And I'm like, what? And he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm learning. And they're like, no. All you need to do is like, what do you do? We already programmed the bowl. Now we're manipulating, man. Think you know what you're doing. You're manipulating the whole energy process. The outside when you strike is male energy. The inside is female energy. He said, all you need to do is strike it. It's already been programmed. Release the chants. Release the prayers. Just feel. Feel the vibration. So he taught me how to heal with this. Exactly, Linnell, let it hum by itself. This is a much beautiful sound than I could ever make because it's programmed to do this. Using this in healing, I always like to make sure it's even, male, female. It goes right where it needs to go. You run this interestingly up and down the body during a healing session. Where there's a block or where there's something that needs to be worked on, the bowl will stop suddenly. It's like, and it's like it just stops. And you're like, oh. And so that's an area. So you can do this on yourself too. Go up and down your body, up and down the chakras, you know, up and down your arms, and feel when it stops, you know, that's a place. That's how I could see the place, the energy. And the bowl validated it as soon as I went over and it would stop. You know, and I'm like, that's the spot. That's the area we're going to work on. So I love this. I'm just going to be quiet and I want you to close your eyes and just feel the vibration, whether you feel it from the bottom of your feet all the way up and then back down again. But I want you to close your eyes and just feel this sound, this vibration going all through your body. All right. This is nice. They come in different sizes. I've seen a really big metal one put on someone's head and gong like a bell.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a little extreme. You don't have to go to that, but you can just hold it just right up to your third eye. Woo! It tingles. Doesn't even need to be on you. It can just see this that close. Your body feels it. It's in your aura.
Uh-huh.
It's like woo!
When you did that, it makes me want to giggle. It makes
I
me
know,
want to
right?
laugh. Yeah, it brings out joy. It's like,
Yeah.
I just want to start giggling. It's like, oh, bringing out joy. Like, oh, okay.
Exactly. So that is how, from a monk, teaching you how to. So I just be very quiet when I hear people talk about and try to manipulate their mom. Just like, yeah, that's fine. Whatever, you got to do what you got to do. But my little monk, taught me how to use it, and then I've seen it work a lot of times in person-to-person healing sessions, and then even now we can still feel it. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's great distantly too, and I still got goosebumps now already. It feels good, doesn't it? Woo! It is. It's in your aura, Linnell. Yes, nice balance. Stuff with different tones. Yeah. So you just want to make sure that you get, if you're guided to get a bowl, don't buy it from some warehouse place online. Just ask. If you're guided to do that, you will be led to that. Ask for the angels or your guide, specific guides to help you, and you will be guided to do that. Okay. And so you just want to make sure what you're buying, because there's a lot of them. We know this cheaply made, factory manufactured products, spiritual tools. We don't want those kind of spiritual tools. We want the ones that are made from love. And that's what you get with this, is the hammering and the chants and the prayers. And it's almost, if you play it long enough, like you can actually hear chanting. It's interesting. And I've had a lady that would come over, and when you have enough of these sessions, if someone just now with the Tibetan bowls, if someone just were to gong, even if it was a gong or anything metal, your body remembers it and would immediately goes into an alignment.
Mm-hmm.
If that's right, Linnell, it's embedded. She laid down on the healing table and she's like, you haven't even struck the bowl yet, but I feel my chakras knowing what's happening. We're right here. This, it's already knows, and it's
anticipating it.
Alive. Right. It's like, oh, we know where we are. Okay. And it's like, wow, just being in the same room, or the presence, or that memory of this. And you can, now that you've all heard this, you hear it anymore, you'll be like, oh, your body remembers that vibration, that feeling. It's embedded in, and will just work itself. So it's pretty interesting. I love that. Sound healing absolutely works. It's part of who we are. And, if you really want to start, the start of creation was Source's voice, let there be light. But there was a sound, the voice, and the light. Sound and light, hand in hand. So the sound helps to bring in the light.
And I also, something that I like to do, which for Kim, is I like to use the affirmation, I am that I am, and place my hand over my heart and feel that sound. And so it really, really connects you to your I am presence and recenters you. I am that I am. 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 And if you're energy sensitive, you'll begin to feel that vibration penetrating into your heart. And every time I do this, it reminds me of who I am, but also it returns me to that place of stillness. So for you, Kim, you may want to have, like I said, a practice, if it's using the sound of the I am, of just recentering yourself, or music, or the bowls, whatever a way that you can just move into that space and recenter yourself instantaneously. So when I'm spinning out of control, I have to stop my mind and stay present. Just move in and stay present to the best of my ability. It's like I move out of the extraneous of all this on my, and then just come back and just focus on, okay, this is what I'm doing now. But if you have a practice, and again, if it's as simple, if you like that, I am that I am, and moving that into your heart, you return to balance. Anything that you can do to quickly recenter and balance yourself.
It's a great tool, Lee. Absolutely. And it's like, you know how they have those, oh gosh, I just can't think about it right now. But, you know, to jumpstart your heart because it's electrical.
Defibrillator.
Okay. It's exactly just like that. We're giving ourselves an energetic bam. Start of the I am is that powerful. Right over here in the I ams. And part of my morning ceremony is lighting. I have candles for each I am statement.
Mm-hmm.
And when you feel you have completed your I ams, you move the I ams to we are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I say I am light every day 3 times, and then we are light 3 times every day. So that's part of expanding out. As within, so without. As above, so below. As below, so above, right? So that's part of that expansion. So I am 3 times. We are 3 times. Mm-hmm. All right. But Kim, definitely it's finding that I am, like Reverend Lee said. Yes.
And this is the book, The 7 Energy Centers by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. It's a small little book, and it talks about the chakras.
It's beautiful.
So that might be something you want, Kim. And as well, my 12 Mastery Teachings book is designed the same. I have this both in print and Kindle and in audiobook on my website. But you can see it's a small book, but there's 12 lessons, starting with love, and the last lesson is joy. And each of them have a vibration of Christ healing energy encoded in the words and in the sound. And so even if you just read one lesson at night and moved into that vibration, if you want to read the lesson on peace, then you'll begin to, call in that vibration. And this might be also another tool for you, both, like I said, in print or audiobook. I will be teaching that class, the 10th. I've been doing one every month. So it is October. So I'm doing lesson 10, October 20th, on the level of remembrance. But and like I said, this little book is powerful, and many books. But again, these are simple tools that don't take very long. And I remember when I received the book after I published the 12 Mastery Teachings, I thought, oh my gosh, it's so small. And I remember hearing Christ tell me in my head, don't berate this. This is a very powerful book. And so it's small design. So it's like a bedtime, what do you call it? Put it by your bedside so that you can read it before you go to sleep, and bring the messages to you, to encode you, to be able to receive that healing vibration. So it's small in nature because it's designed for people, again, so that it doesn't take too much time to be able to receive the message and the healing.
So if you want to get this, of course, you can get it from Amazon. You can go to Reverend Lea Chapin's website right here. And Reverend Lee, next week is the next lesson, right? Yeah. And so if they're interested, they'll just contact you about that. And what is the lesson title for next week?
It's Remembrance. It'll be lesson 10 on remembrance, remembering who we truly are as physical, spiritual beings. Nice. And again, as we talk about being in balance, and also that was shared in this little book, to remember that we are spiritual beings, that we've come in physical form, but it's important for us to honor our temple, to honor our bodies, and to remember, again, this lesson of who we are, so that we don't feel so scared and so fearful, or that we don't get caught up in the world, so that we are in control, that we are the masters of our own creation, we're the masters of our own destiny. And again, we be in the world, but not of it. But truly remember that we are spiritual beings living in this physical form, and that we can create and master our minds to be at peace and to be in this state of grace in which we were designed to be. So I know there's a lot of stimulation, a lot of things going on, but it's these tools are really important for us, again, during these difficult times. And as Tiffany was sharing some, is whatever you feel connected to. I love to be able to sit in silence. And so just if I'm stressed out, I'll just lay down and not think and just lay for a few hours and have total silence where I don't let anything happen in my mind. I have to do that periodically. It's like a detox where maybe for a few days I just lay down, and I might lay down for 3 or 4 hours, which have my mind be totally blank. Just try to keep everything out of my mind and just rest. And so whatever is happening to me, it feels like it's jump starting me again. So whatever way that you can works for you, because I tend to be mental. And so, my mind's always spinning of what I need to be doing next. So I have to retrain myself to be in the moment, to be present, and simply to breathe and to focus that there's really no emergency, that, this too shall wait, or this too shall pass. And so you just do what you can and come to learn that, just be present with yourself and be in that still space within yourself to the best of your ability. That will really help rejuvenate you and keep you healthy and strong.
Yeah, see, and Linnell's right. The audio is wonderful, and Kim, that will help you too. Like she said, is you get the audio version. I love Reverend Lee's voice, and it's so soothing, and that should help you to relax too. So you get the audio version, or both if you want to read along, and then you'll find that you just drift off to her voice. Is so powerful and healing.
And I do which I haven't announced, but I have been doing a daily Christ meditation for 30 days. And so you can find that on my website, where I'm bringing a channeled message for about 10 minutes and sending that to your personal email. So if you go to my website, LeaChapin.com, if you want to register or if you want to contact me, I can certainly get you on that 30-day meditation list. And every day you'll receive a meditation from Christ to help you to calm yourself. I was told to do that once COVID hit. So I started doing that in April, where I'm bringing those messages through. And thank you, Tiffany, for saying my voice is soothing, because my regular voice is different than my channeled voice. And and even I can tell a difference when I go into that channeled trance state, where I can feel the healing energy come through my vocal cords. I was told a long time ago that I had healing in my voice, and so I finally come to believe it, even though it was told to me 30 some years ago. But those daily Christ meditations, that might be a way to also help you, Kim, or for anyone else who's needing to relax the mind, and just doesn't take long. They're about 10 minutes. I channel them fresh every day, send them on out. There, jumpstart your day. You can listen to it anytime. And that's what they were designed for. They were really designed to help people with this anxiety and this fear.
Love messages every day. I love that. And she has a YouTube channel too, Lea Chapin. So you can check out her YouTube. Beautiful, beautiful videos and messages that she has. So check out her YouTube channel too, as well. So, yeah. Woo-hoo.
There's many tools, because every Monday morning I teach the mystical teachings of Mary Magdalene, and I put those on my YouTube channel, as well as they're put in transcript into written form, put it out on my email list and on Facebook. So those messages are designed to help people to understand what's happening globally and currently in this current climate, to help you. Today, the message was about peace. So it's important for us to stay centered and balanced, and that's why I'd asked Tiffany today, because I know that things are, as both Tiffany and I are feeling this sense of perhaps a bit more unrest or chaos, not to frighten people, but it's important for us to be aware that things are happening in the world, and yet they're necessary. They're part of a purification, but we're going to be fine. Stay in your center, stay in your balance, and then as we all come together in that strength, we are that light that can change the world. So be in the world, but not of it. but be the change you wish to see, and focus on peace, focus on being the light of your own world so that you can affect other people and bring peace. Because as Christ said today, we are in the beginning of the first 1,000 years of peace, even though it doesn't seem like that's possible. We are, because there are more and more of us are waking up to the energy of peace, wanting peace. And so there again is like the 100 monkey syndrome. There's been enough people now that we have moved into that 1,000 years of peace. I know people will question that, but we have vibrationally have moved forward into that through the momentum of our intention.
Yes. Yes. Woo-hoo. Stay focused on that. Stay focused on that peace and that light. That's what they want you to stay focused on. Yes, you're observing, you know what's happening around you. You're not being ignorant. Your eyes are open. You're fully aware, but you're also not going to participate in anything that is low vibrational, right? It is a choice. Do you want to participate or not? No, I'm going to participate in peace. Let's go. Let's go there.
And our time is almost up. Do you want to share about our master classes again, Tiffany?
Yeah, I was just going to do
our hour
that.
went really fast.
Tell us we share the same brain.
Yes.
Although, that may be more of a compliment for me and not for you.
No, we found out we were twins in another lifetime, so we understand the attraction here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. So our master class this Friday at 4 p.m. It's New Earth Rising. It's part 3. And if you've missed the first 2, don't worry. Right there on the master classes page of the Goldylocks Productions website, it lists all the master classes, but also the replays. And so the replays are available for our first 2 classes if you missed them. And then you can sign up to participate in the live class, like I said, this Friday at 4 p.m. And so there's a lot of beautiful information that is helping you. You have to have an open mind, because we're really, working in upper vibrations, and this is what we need to do moving forward. And so open mind, open hearts. It's a beautiful, beautiful class. And we're going to share. This is interesting because we both don't pre-write our shows. We don't pre-write the classes. We just sit down and channel this information. And so this is how we've done our show. So we get used to that. And this is why I'm very careful too with who I bring on special guest wise. But so now let's do a class, because I was like, I don't know if I could do a class with anyone else. It has to, and they're like, no, watch how you and Reverend Lee work together. And so it was funny, because even like the last Friday, we talked to each other in the morning, and we're like, what are we going to talk about today? I was like, I don't know, it hadn't come to me. And she's like, hadn't come to me either. And I was like, well, it will come to us. And it does. It does. The time we're right there, 4 o'clock, then the information's flooding through, and we're both giggling because we're like, I love how this works. And it's right in line with each other. It's very harmonious. It's very powerful. And we just love it and are grateful that we were brought together and to bring this information forward. So be sure to sign up.
Yes, sign up, because what happens is the energy, if we were trying to pre-plan it, which I learned a long time ago, I've been doing this work for over 27 years now, and I still like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I have to get out of my own way, because this is about spirit's work, not my work. So I'm the voice piece. And so they're bringing in what they want to bring in. And so it's for me to step out of my own way to be able to bring that message forward. So that's why Tiffany works in the same way. So it's really beautiful. And so we're sharing what really is, what is pertinent for you to receive. And so just come with an open heart, come with an open mind. And, it's fun, and we love teaching. I know Tiffany loves, she's a fabulous teacher. So join us this Friday. And again, my intuitive development class that I will start November 6th and November 13th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be level 1 and level 2 to help you to develop your own spiritual gifts as well. And again, October 20th, I will be teaching the Christ Mastery teachings on remembrance. And I won't have another show again till November 2nd. So I'm in transition. So I won't have another show here on Goldylocks Production till November 2nd. And I believe I've said everything that I want to say, except thank you, Tiffany, for being pitch hitting with me. And this is a blessing, and it's so fun.
Thank you.
And I don't know, you're great. I love you. And thank you for all the listeners. And everybody have a great day and go in peace and just enjoy. Just be in joy. So thank you. Thank you, Tiffany.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.